Hey, welcome back to this YouTube channel where I talk a lot. Today is just really gonna be just me talking about something that's been on my mind, gear-wise and music-wise. I'm here today with Peter Bunny, not Peter Rabbit. I don't want any copyright claims on this video, so Peter Bunny is my daughter's pet. And I'm here in the end of this day. Today is Tuesday evening. And I have, it's not gas. I don't think people say, it's gas. No, we like guitars and we like looking at guitars and we dream about guitars, about playing guitars. And I think the fact that COVID made it so easy to buy online that going to a shop that's an hour away or an hour and a half a real hindrance, especially when fuel is so expensive. So I do sometimes consider, should I go and play? Why am I talking about this? So last Thursday, I was doing the open mic nights that I've posted the videos from. That apparently management at the pub changed and they no longer want it. So I won't be able to do that hour-long playing. I'm trying to find places to play so I can really just do like a set of my own. But I was sitting there and I was talking to Bill, which is a veteran of the guitar scene. Apparently he did play a lot in London with a lot of big names, and he knows a lot of musicians from the south of England. And he was telling, we were talking about guitars, Strats and Tellys and new gear and old gear and amps. And we're talking about Les Pauls, about how they play, about how they look, about the imagery around them in a way that you always dream to have one, but playing one sometimes it's not really the most comfortable instrument. The Strat is the most comfortable instrument, at least we both agree on that. But there are other shapes, other guitars that are just cool and sound nice and feel good and are associated with certain artists that we like. For example, I'd like to have a Dave Grohl Gibson, the DG335. Why don't they just an Epiphone of that? They would sell loads. So they did the Emily Wolf, and they can't do a DG because they already do the Firebird. So they have the CNC models for the Firebird headstock, even if it's not the proper Firebird, but just the 16 line, and they can do diamond shape F-holes. Make it in China, sell it for $7.99 with a case like this Lazarus and whatnot, and it will profit every day. There's no full-size semi-hollow made by Gibson. But and as I'm rambling here, this is exactly how my mind works regarding gear. So we're going on Les Pauls, okay? Les Pauls, that's what we're talking about. So I came home, I don't have a Les Paul, I have the Share Gold, which I really like, the half-tail, the half-bridge Telecaster, Seymour Duncan 59s, good scale length, even slightly shorter than a Les Paul, good locking tuners, everything is good about that guitar, but it's not a Les Paul. It's not the thing. It's not a double bound guitar with bound fretboards. It doesn't have 4 knobs with a small pick guards and a pneumatic bridge. It doesn't. Regardless of how good it is as its own thing, it's not a Les Paul. It is a dual humbucker guitar, which maybe it's even better, but regardless, it is not Les Paul. So I started looking at Les Pauls. Epiphones, but Epiphones are made in China. They might be great, but the consistency doesn't seem to be there from the reviews. Again, the last Epiphone Les Paul that I played must have been 2016 in Dawson's in Manchester, in Portland Street, which doesn't exist anymore because Dawson's closed. So, and I really enjoyed it, but I had no electric guitar at the time, so it's this nostalgic memory that I have of me and my wife just getting married and going to the shop and looking at all the guitars and not being able to purchase any of them. I don't think I even had a guitar, to be fair, at all at the moment of my life. Or at least not here in the UK. So I was looking at Epiphones, and then, there's other copies, and Harley Bentons, and the SC552 is a great guitar, but it just looks odd. It's not the right shape. So I was looking at the Gibson Les Pauls, and for example, GAC, Guitars and Keyboards, in, I think it's Brighton, They are selling the Les Paul standard gold top with humbuckers 50 standard for 19.99, which is a lot of money. Welcome, Oliver. Nice of you to join us. Um, I don't have that money. I don't even have the credit available to buy that, so I would need to finance it with them. And at the moment, everyone is charging interest. The interest is higher. It used to be, sometimes you'd find it for 4.5. 10% used to be 9.9, which Guitar still does. But all the places are doing now 15.9, 20 point something. So overall, I then went on a rampage of comparing all the Gibson standard 50s gold tops that were available in the different shops in the UK, comparing them the overall cost with finance, and GAC was still the best place. I didn't buy the guitar, just to let you know. But why? And then today I was thinking, maybe I just sell all my guitars, the Loxley, the Reverend, the Share Gold, the electric guitars, and just buy and just restart the collection. Get a Strat, a USA, American Pro 2 Strat, and the Gibson Les Paul 50 standard. You got the humbuckers, you got the single coils, you're sorted. I'm sorted. But why? If I sold all my guitars, it wouldn't be enough money. So if I sold those 3 guitars, the Loxley, no one gives any money for it because it's a handmade guitar, unfortunately. The Share Gold, I had it for sale for the longest time, not even for 400 quid, anyone wanted to move it. The Reverend might be able to sell it, but for what? 450, 400, 350. So even if I sold all those guitars, it would be like, I don't know, 1200 quid, between 1200 and 1500 quid. So not even enough money to buy an American Pro 2 at the moment. So I was looking at standards, but then it's like, but if the goal was to buy the good name brand guitars, why are you looking for something else? Why am I looking for something else? Why am I always constantly looking at guitars? I don't need other guitars. When I'm playing, I've never been playing live. I thought this guitar is not good enough. I never watched my recordings and think, if I had just a Fender or a Gibson, it would have been much better. What I've noticed is, I should have practiced that line singing. I should have learned that solo. I really need to get my bends in order. The timing wasn't the best. The tone, I need to work on that patch. It's never, oh no, I need a different amp, or I need a different guitar. But when I'm not playing, or I'm not listening to me playing, I wonder. I think about gear, about upgrading the guitars that I have, about buying pickups, about, changing the wiring at work, at home. I just keep thinking about these things. I don't think people before had these sort of worries. Did you think about this? Or just buy a guitar and play the damn guitar? And then when that was no longer useful, because it needs a refret, then you look at a different guitar. What Bill said, and I thought was really insightful, was, if you buy guitars just because you can buy it, it's never really a reward. You don't feel like you deserved it. So if you just buy guitar just because, you never feel like you deserved it. You need to achieve a goal. And I don't know. My daughter is 3. And we bought her cough syrup. Same as everything else. But the color of the cough syrup that we bought her from the supermarket brand was white. And she likes Calpol. So she wouldn't drink the white cough syrup. She only drank pink cough syrup. She didn't even try it. It tasted the same. So I had to go to the supermarket to buy the right brand. And I think with everything that we buy, we are spoon-fed this idea that the products that you own are part of who you are. The phone that you have, the computer that you have, the cameras that you might use, the car that you drive, the guitars that you play, the amps, the pedal boards. Why are we making pedal boards aesthetic? With the Schmidt arrays and the beautiful KO management and the gut shots that are perfect, chirurgical. But if you see, a lot of people that are playing out there, they change pedals when they need to change pedals, and it will be impossible sometimes to do a lot of those things. And we all fall for it. I fall for it all the time. Like I commented on Jim's video a couple of days ago, and we was talking about brands. I'd love to have a wall that was, a Tele, a Strat, a Jazzmaster, a 335, a P90 Les Paul, PRS Custom 24, a Martin Acoustic, a Taylor, obviously, and then a 12 string, and all the instruments, all the good instruments of the proper brands. But would that make me a better player? Doubt it. Would I play more in time? No. And that's what I really need, and that's the fun of it. But no, even though I know that, I just keep thinking about the brands. So I don't know. I don't have a conclusion. I don't have a solution. I just wanted to share. I know that like 5 people are going to watch this. Maybe it's for posterity while I'm no longer here in 200 years. They'll watch this video and make it a case study of immigrants abroad trying to live up to their expectations. And that was that. Oliver is ready to sleep. I'm ready to sleep. It's late in the evening and everyone's tired and my brain is no longer working. And now is the time that I'm gonna go and look at the pre-owned section of all the websites that I've created a Words document with all the shops in the UK that I found so far that sell secondhand. Because why not, The bills are going to be through the roof next month or in October because energy is going to go insane. My children are starting both at nursery this month, and I'm thinking about guitars. Maybe it's just some sort of escapism where I don't want to see the reality of things, and therefore I focus on guitars. So people are cars or guns or, TV shows, books. I'm guitars. But it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time from your life. I don't know. I don't know if I'm in the wrong. It just feels like everything, all the time that I'm spending that is not playing, practicing, it's wasted. And it annoys me. Very well. Thank you very much for listening to me. Have a good one. I'll see you next time.